Okay, the next speech will be by the best man, which is me. And I know what you're thinking. All the men are thinking, if that's the best, what does it say about us? But on the plus side, all the ladies are now looking at you with a new sense of appreciation and grateful for what they've got, no matter how little that may be. But I think a reason that some consolation is that my brother didn't really want this wedding to take place. Now, there are several reasons for me thinking of this. First of all, it is the duty of the best man to accompany the groom to the bride's house and take her from there fully armed with swords, etc., etc. Come back and accompany him up the aisle to stop the family from taking the bride back. I am quite good with swords. My brother said under no circumstances bring a sword of any kind, not even a little one. And he pushed us way ahead up in the church and left Tracey to her own devices. You would have thought he may have ordered a bulletproof car, a fast limousine. No. He chose a vehicle whose top speed was maybe 40 miles an hour on a good day with the wind behind its back that could easily be caught. But trying to get onto a vehicle, even moving at 40 miles an hour, can be difficult, as we've all seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, but no. He chose a bus, specifically designed to let people on and off. Not only that, it can be difficult if you drag a bride screaming off a bus in the middle of a high street. People may protest. So he sent it off over the moors, over the countryside, to places where people see a light bulb switched on and go, wow. And even then, it could have been difficult for her family to find her. And so, by the simple expedients, firstly of all, grooming the family, so that they believed this wedding was not a good thing to do, with poor Sean and Craig and Amy, he then put them on the bus with her. When you saw my brother turn round with a look of his face of amazement like a smacked haddock, you thought, like all of us, that in fact he was amazed at her brilliance and radiance. He was just amazed she made it. If it sent her up the aisle with a sign on her back saying low mileage, regular service, recent respray, free to a good home and open to all good offers, he could not have made himself any clearer. But another reason why I don't think his heart was in it is that he chose me as the best man. And I have lots of food. I said, do we make my speech? He said, no! That is all just regular stuff. We are young and trendy. We don't make speeches.
But we do drop the rings.
We do. I forgot to mention he buttered the rings. It's his fail-proof plan. But no. So we go there, we eat merry, and then he stands up and says, the best man will now make a speech. I can still remember that sensation of cold and yet sweating at the same time, as I stood up to a throng of people I knew, my parents, my Uncle Bill, my Aunt Anne, and other cousins and relations, and tried to stumble something. I don't remember something vaguely about toasting the bridesmaids, but I can't really remember that much because it's 30 years ago and it's all water under the bridge. But mainly I was thinking, I will have my revenge. Still! 30 years ago and water flown under the bridge and many good times, but you know what they say about revenge. It's a dish best served cold.
Oh.
Over to you, brother. No, I can't do this. I can't do this because I admire Tracey greatly. I love Tracey greatly. I'm glad that she is now part of the family. And the reason why this marriage will work, where I have, you know, put my jinx upon it and it hasn't worked in the past, etc., is because she is so lovely and the most accommodating and the most tenacious person I've met. And also my brother has got better as he's matured is probably the wrong word. As he's grown more senile. It is my duty by Tracey to take the piss out of him, and by God I will stand by that duty. Now, you may have noticed that we are quite different people to each other, and no more is this shown than in our political leanings. I'm quite left-wing, and he is so far right, so far right. He makes Osama bin Laden look like John Lennon. This was physically shown when we went to go and visit my father's home place in Poland. And then we came back through Germany and went through Berlin. And I suggested we go and see the Berlin Wall, and we go by tram. And he said, "No! I have a map, we will walk." It was unfortunate that he had a limp and a bad knee. So, I kid you not, as we are going through Germany, he is going, "It's not this way, it's that way, it's over there, follow me, I am the leader." It is amazing we got away with a light stone. The other way that he has shown himself is as a christening of my own gorgeous children. We went to the church. This has gone down in legend. We came back. People are eating cake, drinking tea, toasting with champagne. He stands up in the middle, and children playing at his feet. And somebody makes the comment of, "It was a bit chilly at the church." And he says, "Well, you know what we do when you were up north in Wicklow? We just throw another immigrant on fire." In America, this would be a tumbleweed moment, but being British, there was just a long silence followed by a chorus of people going, "Anyway." He was still laughing. He was the only one. I blame my good wife. Really, I'm beautiful and erudite in many ways, my wife is, but also naive. Because when I said I believed that my brother would make a good godfather, she obviously meant in the biblical sense he would be somebody to look after and nurture the children, and I meant Don Corleone. I don't know if any of you have ever seen my brother drunk. What am I saying? Everybody's seen my brother. But when he's very drunk, he bears a striking resemblance to Marlon Brando.
He does!
He will sit back in his chair and he will... Family. You gotta have family. And when family, and you're in the family, you're family. But if anybody breaks up that family by cutting in on the motorway, then you will pursue them and you will destroy them. And anybody who parks in a disabled space without even a limp, I will give them a limp. This is the man who stands before you. But the good thing about Jeremy is that he is indeed quite family orientated. And we're all aware, I'm sure, of the family that can't be with us today, but I think by virtue of the mere fact of remembering them, they are here next to us now. And weddings are very special occasions. They're ones that are rarer than Christmas. And I remember every one I've been to since a small child. I remember Sue and Rob's. And each of those weddings has made a slight impact. It changed the way I thought about relationships. It changed the way I thought about having my own wedding. And so these influences live on. The ones that our parents and our relations have passed on to us carry on. So, in a sense, these things never end. But some things have to come to an end, even such as this speech. And now the end is near, and so we face the final curtain. My friends, I stay clear as I state his case.